Dare to Share recipes. Today I'm making my cheesecake, and I haven't got a fancy mixed master sauce. I mean, it broke some time ago, so I'm doing it with a whisk stick, something that probably everyone has in their kitchen anyway. It works. I've done it a few times. Everyone seems to like it, so we'll give it a go today. All right, and this is actually a real traditional European style cheesecake. It's got a lot of, it's got your vanillas and your cinnamons in it, so it's very Christmassy too. Okay, so now what we do is we start off with, we pop in our 5 yellow oats, or egg yolks, they are yellow. Anyway, pop them like so. And we pop our sugar on. Don't worry about sizes and quantities and everything, because everything, all the ingredients and the quantity, everything will be on the video. Okay, here we go. So now I'm going to be mixing it in. You don't want to like make it into a paste. You just want to say just not really much to dissolve, but more so just to mix it in more than anything else. Here we go. Don't be surprised if you end up with a bit of sugar on your shirt. Alright, now what I'm going to do now, whoops, we're going to get my sour cream here. What I'll do is I'll get a spoon. Okay, in goes the sour cream. Mix all that in. Just like constantly turn the bowl around, it's easier that way. See? Already got cream on me. Once that's mixed in, some vanilla. Now this is actually vanilla paste. Just as good as vanilla itself, like vanilla pod. It's, excuse the fingers, it's quite concentrated, and 1 teaspoon is equal to a pod of vanilla. So, what I'll do now, just mix that in. Alright, now we add in our Philadelphia cheese. Now it's also good to remember to thaw everything at room temperature. It's much better for the cake, it mixes well, and it cooks better, and you get a better rise in your cheesecake. So we'll mix all this in. What I might do is I might come back once it's all done and we'll go from there. Okay, now the mixture has just been mixed in now, it's nice and soft and everything. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the 1.5 tablespoon of flour in here. What it does, it just gives it a nice thickness into the whole thing. Okay. All right. So now that's all mixed in. So what we'll do now, we'll just put that aside like so. Okay. What we're going to do now, we're going to whisk the egg yolks up until they start to peak. So what we'll do is just pour this in like so. We'll get this in. We'll be back when it's all done. Alright, the egg yolks is about to peak now. So like so. Yeah, see, they're peaking quite nicely. So what we'll do is we'll set this aside, pop these off. And now what we're doing now is we are putting this egg white into the mixture. So as we go like this, and what you want to do, you want to not mix it in like really heavily mix it in. So we just, what is the word now? I'm tongue-tied. It's not aerated in, fold it, that's it. We want to fold it in. Okay, like so. Just so that you create this air that makes it nice and light and helps the cheesecake to rise. So just mix good mix in. Make sure there's not too many chunky bits in here, as in the egg whites being lumpy and stuff. Just make sure you don't overly mix it. It won't go down too well. Alright, I think that's about enough of the folding. And now what we're going to do now, we are going to be pouring it into the spring-loaded cake tin, which put the chocolate chip cookies in. No butter, mind you. I don't put butter in mine. You can put butter in yours and mix it together and put it down the bottom, but I just find it's nice and crumbly that way. There's no need to do it, but if you want to, you can. So what we'll do now, I'll just grab one of these things. Just pour this in like so. Go around just to even up the whole mixture. Okay, so now when that part is done, that aside, just giving the top a little bit of a stir just to make sure I'm getting these egg whites and everything evenly mixed as much as I can, because I don't want it to cave in too much. Alright, now what we're going to do now is have a lovely messy kitchen, but what we do now is we're going to be putting this in the oven. And what I've done is the oven is set for 170 degrees. I'm not talking about that's in Fahrenheit, I wouldn't know, 170 degrees. You cook it for 70 minutes, that's fan forced, okay? So, and I've actually preheated this oven, so now it's about on the 70-minute mark, so now we'll just pop that in like so. Okay, now the baked cheesecake is in the oven. What we have to do now is, it will cook for 70 minutes, and then what you have to do then is you let it sit in the oven for another 60 minutes, then after that you take it out and let it cool down. And once that's done, I'll come back and I'll show you how to put the top. Welcome back. Alright, the cake was cooking for 70 minutes. It's been in the oven for an hour, and I actually left it overnight because I cooked it quite late at night. Now that it's done, what I've done now is, as you can see here, it's all prepared now, ready for the blueberries to go on top. If you look over here, what I've done now, I've got a tin of blueberries. I'm straining them so all the juice, all the syrup of it comes out. So as much as I can get out. I've also got the stove on, so it starts to heat up. And what I'm going to do now with the blueberries, what we do over here, I'm just going to pop them on top of the cheesecake, like so. What I'm going to do, we're just going to spread it around, and now, just pretty much evenly, as you can. Alright, as you can see, I mean, I haven't tried using fresh berries and making my own syrup. I'd like to learn how to do that, that'd be even better again. But anyway, so now this is, okay, what I'm doing now, I'm heating up the whole mixture here. I forgot to mention too, I've actually put in half a cup of sugar in this mix. So what I'm going to do now, just going to bring it back to the boil, the syrup. And as it starts to boil, I'm going to put in this corn flour mixture that I've got. Just keep stirring it. And you've got to constantly stir it because it gets quite lumpy really quickly. Okay, it's boiling away here now, so what I do now is I just pour this in, constantly stir, and as you see, it actually looks quite milky, but not to worry, it actually goes into a nice clear glaze. As you can see, it is getting there. It will turn into a nice thick, see, before your eyes, magically, it will get thicker. The magic of corn flour. And here we go. Keep stirring it on high. Alright, now it's starting to thicken up. It's not quite going the thickness that I want. So I might just add another half a teaspoon of corn flour, which was already mixed. Pour that in slowly. Get that stirred up. You want it to go really thick. Constantly stirring it. This is the delicate part. Alright, now what we do now is turn this heat off. And now we're going to put this on top of the cake. It's nice and thick now. Okay, and all we do now, we just pour it on top. Like so. As you can see, it's a bit more than normal. So that's probably why I had to use more corn flour than normal. There's quite a lot of syrup there. Just pour it around evenly. Okay, I hope you like my video on how to make a traditional European style baked cheesecake. I'll be putting some more videos up. My pumpkin soup and so forth. Yeah, so hope you enjoy. Thank you.